presidents that can't defend the results they have, governors that lie about their youth service, senators that are buying results from universities. You can see.
It's a beautiful Friday morning and welcome to Newspaper Review on Laveritatv Productions. Today is Friday, 27th March 2026. A great day to close the week strong. I'm Ifoma Christiana today and I'll be guiding you through the major headlines making the front pages of today's newspaper. Stay with us for a concise look at the stories shaping the day. On the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, IGP submits state police framework to Senate. On the Daily Sun newspaper, IGP submits state police framework to Senate. Sub-headline, Nigerian losing fight against corruption, says NLC CSOs won. On the Punch newspaper, 32 governors, 8,450 delegates arrive Abuja for APC convention. On the Matrix newspaper, hope rises for creation of state police. On the Guardian newspaper, Nigerians hit crisis, power failure, fuel cost trigger public health, financial crisis. We'll be analyzing some of these stories, but before that, let's go on a commercial break.
You got what it takes to do it. You got what it takes to do it now. You can make it, you can make it. You can make it, you can make it.
Forget what you're going through. Focus on where you're going to. Forget the numbers of times you fall, look up and you can get up. Foes want you down, Father wants you up. Follow your dream and you gon' make it. Cause life is what you make it, my brother, and we gon' make it. My sister, you a diamond, they can never ever break you. Look up to the sky, let the most high elevate you.
Welcome back on the show. Good morning, Mr. West.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hope you had a lovely night.
I did.
Okay. On the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning,
Okay.
IGP submits state police framework to Senate.
It's okay. It was a major headlines today, but like I always say on this show, we have intelligent people that propose and attempt to provide solutions to the problems we face on a day-to-day basis. And the IGP is one of such people. When he came, immediately he was appointed as Inspector General. He said it clearly that we're going to hit the ground running with building the framework and trying to see how we can build a sustainable system that will support state policing. It has a lot of advantages. And him submitting that framework to the Senate, it's good. Our hope now is that the Senate approves it, and if there is any mistake, they can underline those mistakes and say, please correct this and bring it back as soon as possible, because lives are lost. Sure. And people are dying on a consistent because of this terrorists and bandits. Yeah. That's number one. Number two, the federal government has to solidly stand behind this to ensure that every state is, captured. BYA, Borno, Yobe, Adamawa, those states that are heavily affected by these insurgent groups. We need to see it, this framework deployed in real time so that we can begin to have good news, because state police will work with the community. You understand? Yeah. And then you see them being deploying officers into rural areas that you never thought existed, because the federal police force were not, to a point they were limited. You understand? There was this gap between the people and the police. So, but if this state police thing works, it puts the police on the ground every day in every nook and cranny. It will cut down on crime. It will cut down on terrorism. You can literally feel peace in the air if this works. So I pray the Senate supports him, the presidency backs it, and governors or states adopt it as soon as possible.
I see it working soon. On the Daily Sun newspaper, Nigerian losing fight against corruption, LSA and CSOs won.
It's true. But I told somebody, okay, we're having a discussion, and then I asked him, I said, what exactly is corruption? And then his answer floored me. He said, corruption is incompetence backed by capital. Yes, incompetence backed by capital creates corruption, or what you call corruption. Incompetence in leadership, incompetence in in the financial sector, in the academic sector. El-Rufai fired teachers that would come to class and be peeling egusi, and they were collecting money or salaries as teachers.
Yeah.
And when he fired them, they framed it and tagged it as a religious whatever. But he was trying to affect that mediocre mindset that has that has run through our system from federal to local level. So when every time incompetence is backed by capital, we see it with our political elites, businessmen, even in the market.
Yeah.
You see it every day. The man that is driving his Okada, you see that, incompetence backed by capital. That is our problem. If we build a system that says, you know what, we will begin to run on meritocracy. Let the best man take the office. Let the best man get the job done.
As long as he merits it.
As long as he merits it. Corruption will begin to die by itself. Nobody needs to fight. It happened in Singapore. If I'm a black man and in Singapore, yes, they may it's not our country, it's not from our country, but if I can do the job, the Singapore government will take that job and award it to me. That's how they operate. So we need to really cut down on some people call it bullshit. We really need to cut down on it. It's becoming a global embarrassment for us as a nation. Presidents that can't defend the results they have, governors that lie about their youth service, senators that are buying results from university. You can see, they even buy
doctorate.
I mean, you can imagine.
Yeah.
And you expect these people to go into offices and then make policies that favor the people. No. Incompetence backed by capital.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
On the Punch newspaper, we have an international news there, and it says protests erupt as Venezuela president appears in New York court again.
Yep. I think Maduro is being charged with narco-terrorism, right? I think it's narco-terrorism. They feel he symbolizes, or he's the Jesus Christ when it comes to narcotics.
Okay.
Yes, that's the image the US is creating about him. But let's be frank. What do the Venezuelan people think about their leader? No bullshit attached, no paparazzi, no propaganda. What do they really think? And this thing that the US did, really, we should really look at it and say, okay, then why will a country call itself sovereign if another country can invade its borders, pick its leaders, fly them, and charge them not even in the International Court of Justice, in a New York court? Is he an American citizen?
No.
So these are the things that make enemies for the United States. I get the US is trying to do good for its people because Venezuela is a Southern American country, and there is this. They are close, US and all these Southern America, so they're trying to protect their borders to crank down on how illegal drugs flow into their country. I get all that. But is this the right way? If it is, that's their own perspective, but I feel it's not. We shouldn't have done this. It's wrong. Yes, they say that the US is strong. Over time, you will build so much enemies. The US has, the enemies of the US are so much that the US is trying to protect its Middle East alliances, because if the Middle East flips on the US, it's going to be ready to, the US now has to fight the entire world to remain at the top. And it's not, we just need to have trade agreements. Let's sit and talk about our differences, that's all. So this for me is a big red flag. The US shouldn't have done this. It's damaging their public image. And I hope the president can really, yes, the mistake has been made, but find a way to cushion it and let things go back to the way they are. As the US will say, we have a deal for you. They always give you a deal. So I believe maybe the deal they offered Maduro wasn't worth it. That's why he's still in custody, because if it's worth it, he would have taken the deal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wisdom
You're
West.
welcome.
And do have a lovely weekend.
I will.
You got what it takes to do it. You got what it takes to do it now. You can make it, you can make it. You can make it, you can make it.
Forget what you're going through. Focus on where you're going to. Forget the numbers of times you fall. Look up and you can get up. Foes want you down. Father wants you up. Follow your dream and you gon' make it. Cause life is what you make it, my brother, and we gon' make it. My sister, you a diamond, they can never ever break you. Look up to the sky, let the most high elevate you.
And that's all we can talk about on today's edition of Newspaper Review on Laveritatv Productions. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ifeoma Christian Aijide. And as we round up the week, remember to stay informed, stay engaged. Follow us on all our social media handles for other trending news and entertainment. For sponsorship or advert placement, call the number displayed on your screen. Thank you again for joining us. See you on Monday.